United Nations. Dear friends, today on Human Rights Defenders Day, we gather here not only to mark a date on the calendar, but to remind the world of the responsibility we all share, the responsibility to protect human dignity, human freedom, and human rights. Before we continue, we must also acknowledge that today represents December 10th, Human Rights Day, a day established by the United Nations General Assembly itself, a day meant to symbolize the global commitment to very rights that are being violated before our eyes. And so, today we stand here with a powerful symbol, empty chairs. Empty chairs because they mirror the seats of the General Assembly's leadership. Yet they stand vacant, not because no one holds those positions, but because the moral responsibility those seats represent remains unfulfilled. These empty chairs reflect the absence of action, the absence of accountability, and the absence of protection that the UN pledged to every human being. They also symbolize something deeper. The empty seats at the tables of Armenian families whose loved ones are held as hostages in Baku. The missing voices in their homes. The lives interrupted, the families torn apart. On a day created to honor human rights, these chairs remind us of a painful truth. And today, we are here to demand that these symbolic seats, these seats of responsibility, be filled once again with courage, justice, and humanity. Because silence has lasted long enough. Because inaction has lasted long enough. Because every day without action deepens injustice. We stand here because in Azerbaijan, these rights are being violated every single day. We stand here because political opposition figures, independent journalists, and foreign media representatives are facing growing pressure, intimidation, and imprisonment. We stand here because international and humanitarian law, the very laws meant to safeguard human life, are being openly disregarded. And most urgently, we stand here because Armenian detainees are being held in Baku. Clear violation of international law, deprived of their basic human rights and prevented from returning to their homes and their families. Over the past years, multiple bodies within the United Nations, as well as national parliaments, international institutions, and the European Parliament have adopted dozens of resolutions calling for the immediate release of Armenian detainees. These resolutions are clear. These resolutions are urgent. But these resolutions remain unanswered. Silence, inaction, and delay only deepen injustice. A call for immediate international investigation. Today, we call for the creation of an independent international commission of experts to investigate Azerbaijan's violations of its international commitments. The commission must examine the arbitrary arrests and unlawful detentions of political opponents, the treatment and trial conditions of political prisoners, and the discriminatory, degrading, and racially motivated actions taken against Armenian captives from Nagorno-Karabakh. What is happening is not misunderstanding. It is not a legal dispute. It is a human rights crisis, and it demands a human rights response. We appeal to the United Nations, to its Human Rights Council, its special rapporteurs, and all relevant bodies. take decisive and immediate action, assesses Azerbaijan's judicial and security practices in light of its international obligations, intervene to protect the rights and dignity of those who cannot protect themselves. We are here to remind the UN that its founding mission, it is not symbolic. It is practical, it is moral, it is urgent. These rights are not optional, they are universal. The Armenian detainees held in Baku are entitled to the same protections promised to every human being on this planet, as clearly stated in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Article number 5. No one shall be subjected to torture or to cruel, inhuman or degrading treatment or punishment. Article number 9. No one shall be subjected to arbitrary arrest, detention or exile. Article number 13, paragraph number 2. Everyone has the right to leave any country, including his own, and to return to this country. These are not political statements. These are universal truths. These are legal commitments. These are human rights. Today we speak for the families who are waiting, for the prisoners who cannot raise their voices, for every person who has been silenced, intimidated, detained, or exiled. We call on the United Nations, stand by your principles, stand by your resolutions, stand by the victims of injustice, because human rights do not defend themselves. People defend them, and today we are those people. Freedom to all Armenian hostages who are held in Baku. Freedom to all Armenian hostages who are held in Baku. Freedom!